Sapphire managers. I tell you, today promises to be very, very exciting because I have before me 4 wonderful Sapphire managers who have done and are still doing very, very great in their business. A Sapphire manager is someone who has personally generated nine managers. We're talking about 9 frontline managers in your business, and that automatically qualifies the person to be classified as what we call, or the people we call, gem managers. The gem manager position gives you that opportunity to earn extra 1% from whatever is generated from your front line. This is very, very amazing, and this is what we want all our Sapphire managers to enjoy. So as we start and get to know more about them, I want you to sit down, relax, get your pen, and get all your writing materials ready, and be ready to learn from the best and be ready to roll. If you're not here, you are nowhere. I tell you, this is the best place to be. By this time, it's actually 1 p.m. by my time. So let's listen and learn from the best. I will go all the way to Abuja and start with our wonderful Sapphire manager that has actually built a very strong business up north, northwest, and northeast inclusive. She is resident in Abuja. She is no other person than Ajia Hadiza Ali Abubakar. Ajia Hadiza joined the business on the 24th of September 2010. She became a manager on the 6th of April 2011, and she became a Sapphire manager on the 6th of July 2014. Ajia has in 2 occasions qualified at different levels for our end incentive. And I tell you, if you don't know Ajia in the north, you don't know anybody in our business. So ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not busy, let's welcome Ajia Hadiza Ali. Ajia, can you say hi to the viewers at home?
Hi, assalamu alaikum. I'm Hadiza Ali Abubakar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ajia. Now, the next person I have on my list is all the way from Warri. We say Warri no they carry last. Warri no they carry last. I have a wonderful Sapphire manager. I tell you, if you don't know him and you don't know his stories, you have not heard anything yet. So I have with me Sir. I'm expecting Sir and Lady, but I'm not seeing Lady. I'm just seeing Sir. I want Lady to join us. Sir and Lady Greg Ataku. I tell you, he joined the business on the 25th of July 2003. Yes, I'm seeing Lady now. Yes. He joined the business on the 25th of July 2003, became manager on the 6th of July 2004, and became Sapphire on the 6th of April 2010. As we speak, he is currently 17 years old in the business. I tell you, and on 5 different occasions, he has qualified at different levels for the end incentive. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not busy, make welcome Sir and Lady Greg and Florence Ataku.
I want to appreciate our country sales manager for arranging this session for us to actually talk about the beauty of forever. So for the audience out there, I want to say thank you for taking the time out to be with us on this.
Thank you so much, Sir and Lady Greg and Florence Ataku. The next person I have that we will listen to today is a beautiful and wonderful lady. I mean, she started this business as a core member, and look at her today, all the way from Port Harcourt. I have Mrs. Eunice Ibi Babatunde. She joined the business on the 18th of March 2018, became manager on the 5th of June 2008, not 18, sorry.
2008, yeah.
Yes, she joined on the 18th of March 2008, became manager on the 5th of June 2008, and she became a Sapphire manager on the 7th of August 2012. And on 5 different occasions, she has qualified at different levels for the end incentive. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome Mrs. Eunice Babatunde. Mrs. Babatunde, you're welcome. Say hi to the audience at home.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, everybody watching. Thank you for bringing out your time to connect with us. We promise you that your time here will be well spent, and we'll roll together, and whatever we're going to share with you today will be worth your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let me come back home. Lagos is home. Let me come to the office. I decided to take the office last. Because we know that, yes, I mean, everything revolves around what we do pan-Nigeria and what we coordinate from Lagos. So let me come back to Lagos. I have with us here in the studio a wonderful leader, a great, I mean, an inspiration to many. She has built and is still building a very, very superb and wonderful team. One of our finest Sapphire manager. She is Mrs. Yewanu Oluwaseun Bobaniyi.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dan. My name is
Yewanu. Wait, let me introduce you. I have not finished the introduction, and you want to. That's how we do it in Lagos. So she joined the business on the 20th of September 2010. She became manager on the 6th of June 2011, became Sapphire manager on the 5th of January 2015, and on 4 different occasions, she has qualified at different levels for our end incentive. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria, the head office of Forever Living Product in Nigeria, let's make welcome Mrs. Bobaniyi.
Thank you very much.
Say hi to the viewers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. It's so exciting to be on set with you live. I want to appreciate everybody for coming online. I appreciate all my highly esteemed Sapphires. God bless everyone. Thank you. You're going to have a wonderful time. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, thank you so much. This is the first series out of 7 series that we are going to have with our Sapphires. Our Sapphires have been classified in groups, and I tell you, we have 37 Sapphire managers, and this is the first set that we are taking. So we are going to roll with our Sapphire managers for the next few weeks or even months to come, because our Sapphires, yes, I love the number of Sapphire managers that we have. So viewers at home, you are really going to have a nice time and learn from our Sapphire managers. Let me go all the way to Port Harcourt and ask. All the way to Port Harcourt. Yes, I'm starting from Port Harcourt. You know, I love Port Harcourt. So
you love Port Harcourt, we know. Okay.
Yes, all the way from Port Harcourt. Mrs. Babatunde, now your story, your forever story is a very, very inspiring story. Some of us that know the story and have heard the story, we know. Now, why did you decide that early in your career as a core member to join Forever Living Products?
Thank you very much, country sales manager. I actually joined Forever because I was looking for something. And to be honest, I didn't know I'll find it in Forever. I had just relocated back into the country and I needed to do something for myself. Even though I was married, I didn't want to be a dependent person. I am a mom of 3 lovely children. I'm a wife, but I wanted to be known for something more than that. Of course, I've been to school, I'm a graduate, and I wanted to be able to do something of my own. At the same time, I had just started making babies, so I didn't even want to be found in the 9 to 5, stuck in one office, not having time to like groom with my children and all of that. Those who know me through my journey in Forever, they saw me carry these children through. They saw me come into the business and in fact, I had my children while in business, so they saw it through. I saw it as a great opportunity because, you know, I've always liked something in my life, which is to be kind of independent. I grew up in a family where if you asked my dad for something, he would always give you a time when he could provide it. And I always wanted to do something different for my children, because I know that if you're waiting for a man, he will only give you the time when his salaries are available. I wanted to be able to do those things they call luxury, those things that mothers would do and to give them joy. I also wanted to be able to help out in my family. As a married woman, I wouldn't be sitting down waiting for my husband to give me money all the time to send back home if there's any need that arises. So I wanted to do something with my hands. But starting Forever, I wasn't sure that was what it was. But I just knew that if this is going to give me money at the end of every month to sort out my own issues, then I'm fine with it. And then I met my upline, Kike Lomo Page, and she told me, Eunice, there is this project. That was the word she used. And I was like, wow, for somebody like me, I wanted something big. So the word project caught me. She said, there's this project I'm working on. I think you might be interested. I couldn't wait for the next morning I was in her house. And then I saw her living the lifestyle we used to have before, because we grew up together in Shell. Both parents worked in Shell. And she was like still running her generator at 10. I said, girl, who's paying this bill? She said, Forever is. I said, who? Forever, how? I thought your husband works here. She said, no, Forever pays her bills. And I loved that. I wanted to be a contributor to my home. So I started to do the business. And at that time, I wasn't sure I was going to succeed. But I was really very ready, willing, and wanting to learn everything that she was doing. At that time, she didn't know I was pregnant. And I didn't want her to know so that she doesn't start feeling, oh, you can't do it, you need to take it easy. But I knew that pregnancy was not a sickness, it was a blessing. And that baby needs to come into the world and enjoy. So at that time, I put in all I could because I could see one person. For me, if people think something doesn't work, just show me one person it is working for, and I'll tell you I'll be the next person. Because at that time, she was the only one in Port Harcourt here driving Forever car. She was the only one traveling. And I felt, why? If she can do it, there must be something she knows. So I went very close to her, understanding what she does, how she talks to people, when she talks to people, everything she does, I was following her up until I began to see that change. In fact, I will tell you that the month I made manager, I missed it the previous month with 0.1, less than a CC. Why? Because I didn't know what I was doing. I was just looking for people to sign in so that they would pay me. And then when people came and told me, you missed manager, I said, it doesn't matter, I'm looking for more money next month, so I will make it up next month. And that was how my business took shape. By the special grace of God, we've been running the business. It's not been easy all the way, but it's been worth it because I know that no big success comes with small efforts. So you really need to put in the effort, and the effort is paying, has always paid more than ever before, even now. Even at this pandemic period, you know, when they say, when people say the going is down, you'll be saying it's up. I just find that playing out in our Forever business right now. Because sometimes
Okay. Don't let all the cat out of the bag before I ask the question. Thank you so much for that wonderful wonderful intro. Now Ajia, let me come to you, because Ajia, some few days ago you just celebrated 10 years.
Yes.
10 years in Forever. I mean, it was a big occasion. I watched it. I watched the video. I followed it. I follow everything. I followed it, and for me, when I look at your story, right, and I spent almost 9 years in the North. I know the typical life of a woman in the North, right? You are not allowed to come out. You're not allowed to be involved in economic activities. But Adia, you broke all those barriers. You as a person broke all the barriers. So can you share with the viewers at home, what is the motivation behind you and building your Forever business?
Alhamdulillah. You know, I'm from Kano State, and my major challenge is that I like money. Even when I was in the school, you know, when I was in secondary school, when I come back home, I'm trying to help my mom for her business. So when I married in 1989, January 1989, I wanted to go back to school, but my husband said not now. So I'm thinking of starting the business. So he did not allow me even to do the home business. But I forced myself to be selling this small business like Kononzaki, Zoho, you know. I've been doing that small business. And when we transferred to Abuja, I continued doing petty business. I opened a provision shop. I opened a tailoring shop. I've been managing my business myself. So one day, after 22 years in marriage, I now decided to go back to school. I said, as my husband getting promotion all the time, I want to go and learn how to speak English and actually associating with people. Honestly speaking, I don't know that I'm going to, my life will change like this. I don't know. But I know they have been in business for over 32 years before I joined Forever. When I joined Forever, why I joined Forever is because of the monthly bonuses, the car. For all these 22 years that I've been in business, I'm driving a Tukumbo car, and it's giving me one problem to another. And when I attended the first training with Forever, the product, the mention of brand new car. I now quickly carry my pen and paper and write it down. They say monthly bonuses. I write it down. They say daily profit. I write it down. So immediately I ask my upline, that is Madam Winnie. She's not my upline, but she's the one that brings somebody that bring me into the business. Her name is Kim. But Mr. Blessing and Winnie Fresh, they are the one that are my mentors. They are the one that put me through. They explain everything to me. I now say, give me the form. The day I attended the training, that is the day I signed up in this business. And it's September 28, 2010. I collected the form, I filled the form. I said, how can I qualify for this brand new car? That is my aim, to qualify for that brand new car. Because I'm tired of the combo car. That is giving me problem. So Mr. Blessing sit with me and explain everything to me. And I say, how can I register? Give me the form. I filled the form. Immediately I bought the combo. That day, I bought my combo at 58,000 naira. When I open the combo, I see product. I ask them, how can I qualify for a brand new car? So they are all laughing. They say, Haja, organize a business launch in your house. And that's how I organize it. A day after I joined the business, I invite only 3 of my friends as a businesswoman. These 3 people, 1 out of them joined the business the following day. That is on Monday. And on the 13th of the month, I received 13,000 naira. I said, wow, how comes? How do I get this money? I don't know FLP at that time. I don't know the meaning of FLP, but I see FLP bonus. So I've been thinking of who sent me this money. It was on Friday, 13th. And they say I will see alert on the 15th. So I waited on Monday. I went to the office. I started asking them. They called Wemimo in Lagos. They say, Haji, Adiz did not receive alert. And immediately Wemimo said, Adiz Allah Abubakar Diamond Bank, go to your bank. We have paid you since on Friday. I now show them the alert. Everybody are laughing in the office. But that is when the journey started. I tried to convince my husband to tell him. He said, the one I'm doing in the house is even okay. But I say, see, I just talk to people. One person registered and they pay me 13,000. That means if I can register 5 people, I will earn almost 90,000 naira. Please allow me to do this business. He said, I don't want problem. I don't want problem. Because all of us, we do not understand network marketing. We don't know the business that we can be going out and talk to people to come and join. But because I want to qualify for a brand new car, and that money that I received to just bring somebody really motivate me. And I said, no, this is the business I think I have been looking for since 20-something years ago. So I'm going to do this business. I'm always attending training, begging my husband, because my first challenge is my husband. Being in Abuja, not in my hometown, I don't have much challenge, but my husband to support me. So, and the time I joined this business is September, and they say if you qualify 90 case credit within these 4 months, you are going to Cape Town. And I've been 4cc active since the first day I joined this business. In January 2011, I work hard to qualify. They say I qualify level 1 to Cape Town. So, and now they now announce that if you close manager within 2 consecutive months, you qualify to go as jet status to Cape Town. And that's how I work hard. I qualify for it. And I went to Cape Town. When I went to Cape Town, I see how they are sharing the profit share. At that time, I was so impressed. I said, these people doesn't have 2 heads. What did they do? So I'm asking questions. My upline are eager to teach me what to do. As I come back, I work hard and I qualify for that brand new car. Within 8 months in the business, I qualify for the car.
Okay, Ajia. Okay, Ajia. Let's go. Let's take it easy. I know you are loaded.
Yes.
I know you are loaded. I tell you, the two stories that we've had so far is all about dreams and aspirations. Knowing exactly what you want and how the business can help you achieve that. And Mrs. Babani,
Sir.
I know that before you joined the business, you were in the corporate world.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you were in the corporate world. Now, how did it go for you when the business was introduced to you? What was the motivation behind saying, okay, this is something I think I can do?
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. And I want to thank Rex for giving us an opportunity, ordinary people, to earn an extraordinary income. I was working with the Lagos State government. I did my first degree in biochemistry, and I was working as a scientific officer. I was actually looking for an opportunity, but I didn't know it was going to be forever. I was always praying to God that God make me a blessing to a lot of people. So I always, when I'm doing presentation, I always like to tell people that God will always make us to be in the right place at the right time. When I saw this business, I had given birth to my third baby, and I was transferred to go and work in the laboratory where I work. So working in the laboratory, because at that time I could not find a very suitable crèche to put my baby. So I was always going, with the baby to the office. So working in the lab would mean that I would have to go with the baby into the lab. So I didn't want to do that. So I went to meet the general manager and I explained to him. I told him I had just, given birth to a baby, but I couldn't find a place, to put my baby in the interim. And he decided to take me to another department. As God would have it, the department he took me to was where my upline, the person that introduced me to the business, was actually in. So coincidentally, we went to the same university for several years, plus strike and all that. We were not talking. And then we had also worked for several years before I now got into our department. So when I got there, she was telling me about the business forever and all that. And I was like, I know Aromire now. I know forever. This is Alausa. I work in Alausa. And I pass in front of this place every day. And I always wonder, what are they doing? Why are there so many people and all that? In my mind, and I usually tell people that whatever you do not understand, you tend to criticize. In my mind, I was like, these people are jobless people. They don't have anything to do. They carry products all over the place. That was all I had in my mind. So when she introduced me to the business, I was very skeptical. I was not interested. But one day, she told me, okay, why don't we come and listen and all that. So when I came in, I must tell you, sir, I was amazed. I was overwhelmed because I saw a lot of people, that were doing very well. I saw top professionals, ladies that were like me, bankers, doing the banking work and also doing the forever business part-time. And I listened to the presentation. That day, it was our great mentor, Mr. Sapphire, God bless him. And I was doing the presentation and he was talking. He showed us a lot of beautiful ladies, and he said, can we look at the slide? Does any of them, do they have 2 heads? Do they have 4 hands? And at that time, I was like, honestly, these people, they're no way better than me. They have 1 head, 2 hands, and 2 legs. And he said, what these people can do, you can do much more and you can do better. And as we went back to the office, that was just what stayed with me. That's so I can live an extraordinary life. I come from Badagry, and I never traveled before. As at the time I even started Forever, I didn't have an international passport. So and now when I listened, they said they were showing people traveling. So I told myself, so this is going to give me an opportunity to be able to travel. I wanted, like Mrs. Babatunde said, my children to be able to live an extraordinary life, to be able to travel. And my husband, what he does, he travels, but by virtue of where he works. But anytime you tell him, let's come and travel, men, he'll bring out paper and biro and he'll start calculating. If we have to travel, you, myself, 3 children, you know how much that is going to cost. And that's how the traveling is going to end. So when I came for the presentation and I listened and they told me, I would be able to travel. I can take my children along with me. I can go with my spouse. And I said, wow, before then, what I was doing, because I wanted to earn an extra income. I wanted to also support my family, also be able to, give my children things without waiting for my husband. So I started going to Eko Idumota. I started buying toys to sell in the office. And you know the way it is for people that work with when you sell things for people in your office, they will buy on credit, and at the end of the month when you want to collect the money, they'll start telling you the toys has gotten spoiled. I was selling food flags, they'll start telling you story, the food flags is not warm and all that and all that. So that was all I was doing. There was a time I started going also to buy clothes, fabrics to sell to people, just to be able to support the family and all that. So when I saw this, I was like, wow, I sat down. And as at that time, what I was looking at was, I don't talk to people. I'm a very reserved person and all that. So I was looking at, so how am I going to be able to do this and all that? But thank God for a great mentor that said that you can do everything, and told me that all these things they are actually in you, but they are latent. But you can bring them out. So I started attending trainings. It was not easy for me to leave the office because, at that time, people had already gotten to know that I was doing forever. So sometimes they report me to the overall boss and all that and all that. But because I was determined and I saw that this is going to give me the kind of lifestyle that I wanted, I was determined. Sometimes I would, maybe if I know that I have a lot of things to do, I might decide to go on leave just to be able to do the things that I have to do. So it wasn't an easy ride working and then combining with the forever opportunity. But I was determined because I'd seen a lot of people. I listened to Mrs. Maria Indigo's story, how the children are graduated from, DIV colleges and all that. And I said, wow, if these people can do this, I can also be able to do this and much more. So it was my children.
Mrs. Gomani, I know you are loaded.
Thank you, sir.
For me, sincerely, we have seen, we've talked about goals, we've talked about determination. But I tell you one thing, if you listen to what Ajia Hadiza said, Ajia Hadiza talked about her first objection coming from the husband, right? Sincerely, men don't have good stories. I just pray we'll change that. Men don't have good stories when it comes to direct selling businesses. You will see women talk about their first objection being their husband not supporting them. However, Sir Greg, your story is one of the stories that we even have on our presentations. Your story is a very welcoming and a very inspiring and motivating story that there is nobody that will listen to it that will not understand what our point is, that it's all about touching lives. What we do every day in Forever is all about touching life. We talk about a situation where ordinary people can, aim and achieve extraordinary results. So, Sir Greg, 17 years ago, you took that bold step and to become a Forever business owner. Can you tell us a little about it?
Well, the first thing I want to make us to understand is this, that the first person that was approached to be to join the Forever business was actually my wife. So my wife talked to me about it and I refused. For almost 3 months, I refused to identify with what she was telling to me about. And one thing too was that even at that time, I was a gate man. You can imagine a gate man refusing an opportunity that's being introduced to him. Now, I kept on refusing my wife until one day, my senior sister came around and said, Greg, there's something I want to share with you. And I said, what is it? And she said, Forever Living Product. So sister, you see, I don't think I'll be able to do this because I go to work very early in the morning and then I close at night. And then she said, look, Greg, I'm telling you, I'm about to join and I want you to equally join this business. And when she left, I couldn't sleep. Even my wife too couldn't sleep. And we decided to give it a very strong thought. And finally, my wife went out got the money, borrowed money, and then we started. But before my wife was told about the opportunity, we were introduced to two amazing products. My wife initially was down with an ailment that had to do with the spleen, while I was down with weak erection. And so we were introduced to garlic thyme and berry nectar. It was for my wife, not even for me. We bought that product not for me, but for my wife. And I decided to share with her. And within a period of 3 days, I started experiencing a boost in libido. And that was how we went back to our offer. And then she told us about the opportunity. But truth is, I wasn't interested in the opportunity. I was just too particular about our health. So after my sister met with us and said, look, you have to do this, we went back to the person that introduced us into the business. And she asked a question, are you prepared now for the business? I said, yes. I said, but this is the reason why I'm back. My sister made us to see what the business is all about. And so we joined. Because my sister said, no, Greg, if somebody told you already before, then you have to go back to that person. And that was how we went back to my upline. And then we signed in. Now, it was not really easy at the very initial time. It was not really easy. We passed through all of the ups and downs in the opportunity. Okay? As a gate man, at that time, it was not really easy talking to anybody about the opportunity because nobody wants to listen to what does the gate man have to offer. But along the line, because of determination and a strong why, you can imagine a case of my wife, a graduate from ESUT, not having a job, and then me, a graduate of UI, not having a job. And then I, working as a gate man. And so we have that behind our mind. And so we say we must have to make it. And the first thing that came to our mind is this. I just have to have a proper understanding of what this business is all about. And so we did not waste time in attending trainings. And then the company policy, I had to go through it every day for 30 days. Every day I was going through the company policy to know exactly what this company do have for us. And if I'm going to my workplace, where I was working as a gate man, you will not believe it, then I normally trek about 3 to 4 kilometers. If I'm trekking to the workplace, anybody I see along the streets, I talk to about the business. If anybody come around where I was working as a gate man, I talk about the business. And then gradually, we started getting some persons asking us for product and all that. Because our testimony was on ground to share with people. And that is what we always tell to people. Look, if you're having a testimony in this opportunity, don't hide it to yourself. Keep on sharing it with people. Your testimony will make people want to identify with the product. And so before we knew what was happening, we were able to get one person to identify with us in the business. And so in the next month, we got a bonus paid, 2,700 naira. And that bonus to me was a very big money. Because my salary at that time was not even up to 10,000 naira. It's just about 4,500 naira as a gate man. And I looked at me being paid 2,700 naira. And it came in a very wonderful form, a check. For the first time, I got money paid to me through a check. Before then, I never had a bank account. So we were unable to open an account with that check. So I waited till the next month. And in the next month, we paid about 20 something thousand naira. So we went to the bank and opened a bank account for the first time. So Forever actually made it possible for us to own a bank account. And that is why I always look at the business as a business of translating dreams into reality. No matter the circumstances you find yourself, all you need to do when you identify with this opportunity is to first have a proper understanding of what the business is all about. Many people that identify with the business sometimes, they never have the proper understanding. They never go through the company policy. They never attended trainings, and so they fell by the wayside. And sometimes I say, oh God, why? I pity them, but I still have a strong belief that they will come back to identify with some amazing opportunity.
Okay, Sir Greg, thank you so much. If you are listening to us today, there are some great points that have come out of our discussion so far. You must have a goal. You must have a goal. All our speakers today have talked about having a goal and being determined. You must have a goal. You must be determined to succeed. You must be determined to succeed. For me, I am a strong advocate of success liking speed. Success liking speed, because you can go into a meeting and decide, and within you can love what is being presented to you. However, you might go out and you are distracted along the way. Now, Mrs. Bobani, you have great experience when it comes to success liking speed, right? Success liking speed. And every day I see the number of people pre-COVID that you co-lead with Mr. Tokwa Akiola. I see the number of youths that come in. I see how you nurture them, right? Now, what can you tell us in line with team leadership and the ability of our people to retain a team or retain people when they are part of your team?
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. I will start by saying that for life to exist, we must understand that there must be a team. Our very existence was as a result of a teamwork. Our father and our mother came together, and also that must be something that must be at the back of our mind. That for anything to be large or great, it has to be a teamwork. And another thing that I have at the back of my mind is that no one can exist in isolation. It must be our driving force. We can't exist in isolation. We must all come together. For the team, what we basically do is that for you to be able to lead the team, the youth, you must understand them. You must speak their language. A lot of us, we make the mistake because we were brought up in the analog way. We want to force the analog style on them, and it's not going to work. Their generation is a digital age. So for you to be able to help people, you must be able to understand them. And another thing that I understand is that you cannot condemn people and at the same time love them. So for you to be able to work with them, you must show them love. You must understand them. You must speak their language. You must speak their slangs. You must also introduce fun theory. It's important. Fun theory, that was a particular study that Mr. Tokwe actually did for us in one of our trainings, and it was actually fun theory. That is so important. It demonstrated there was a staircase. There's actually a video of it. Nobody wanted to go on the staircase because they found it boring and tedious. And what was now later done was they introduced a piano into the same staircase. And because people, were now going on the staircase and it was making sound, and people that had abandoned the staircase for the lift started abandoning the lift to go on the staircase. Why? Because of the piano now. So in working with the youth, it's very important and imperative that we understand them and introduce fun theory. We must introduce it. It's important. And another thing that we always do is that we want to make them to earn as fast as possible. We were brought up with, in bringing them up and in nurturing, this business is like parenting. It's just the same way we guide our children. We were brought up with a delayed gratification. You must be contented and all that. This generation, they do not want to hear that. So instead of telling them delayed gratification, we use patience gratification. It's just semantics. It's just, playing with words. So we'll do everything to make sure that they earn as soon as they start the business. Once they start and they earn, they want to stay. So those things are very important. We cannot use, just like the way we're bringing up our children, we must blend with them. We must understand a lot of things, that a lot of things have changed. You know, when we were growing up, I remember when we were in the university, we go to the library, use of library. Now, I don't really think there are so much, you know, so many libraries all around. Children want to sit with Google, and Google is wider. You can do a lot of things on Google, Google Ad, and a lot of other things. So you must understand their language. Like my little children, if I'm saying, maybe I'm looking for a solution to something, they will say, Mommy, why are you troubling yourself? There was a time I was going to do a presentation and I wanted to know the average number of people that visit the Disneyland. And my daughter was like, why are you troubling yourself? Google will tell you. She did not even type. She just, you know, put on the speaker and said, Google, what is the average number of people that visit, you know, Disneyland in a year? And she said, Mommy, have you seen? You know, so we must understand their language, that a lot of things have changed. If we don't change with them, honestly, we're going to be obsolete. So those are part of the things we do. There are times in the team, we decide to take Ashwebi, you know, we take Ankara, we'll call colors, we take laces, we do a lot of things just for them. They know that. And another thing when we're organizing our events is that we make sure that we give them responsibility. Most times I organize the event, so I make sure that everybody is involved. So they have a task to do. So I'm just going to be overseeing. So what are you doing? Sometimes I create a very big platform. So they are just going to be reporting, this is what I've done, this one. So everybody is excited on the day of the event. And because they are already part of organizing the event as well, they want their friends to come. They want their parents to come. They want everybody to come, what they are already a part of. You know, that I also was, you know, part of planning this event. So everybody, you know, they want to come around and all that. At the end of the day, people that, you know, when they started, maybe we were telling them to invite people. Now they know that, okay, they are in charge of maybe the music. They are in charge of this particular, so they want to bring in their friends. So at the end of the day, they get people signed up and they are excited. So those are part of the things fun theory is very important. Just the same way, you know, we castigate them each time. They are too fast, they are too fast, they are too fast. Just the same way, you don't want to be browsing and your network is very slow. They also do not want to be slow with anything, because when we're growing up, there was nothing like all this phone and all that. You had to go to a pay point to go, and I remember then my brothers, you know, some of them were abroad, so we had to go and, you know, stay somewhere to be able to receive their call. But there's nothing like that. Now they all have phones. You know, they all throughout the COVID period, children were doing their work on their laptop. I will be looking at them. They already know how to do Zoom and everything. You know, when I have presentation, they are the ones that will fix everything for me. They know how to do it because that's the way they were brought up. So we must understand their language. We must speak their slang.
Thank you so much. We must involve them. We must understand their language, and we need to imbibe the fun theory. Ajia, let me come to you in Abuja. Now, Ajia, if I look at the population of the North and I look at the number of women that we have in the North, and men inclusive that we have in the North, and I see how you travel, how you used to travel. You have a strong team in Sokoto, you have a team in Kebbi, not forgetting Kanu and Zamfara states. Now, Ajia, how did you build this team, and how do you presently manage them this period?
Like you said, you know, it's not easy building this business in North, but because I have a big dream with the business and I really want to achieve what I want, I work hard. I used to, before this pandemic, I used to go to different states in the North to have a BOM with them. I built a strong business in Sokoto since 2013, when one of my friends, I registered her here, and she now took me to Skebi and Sokoto. That is my first time going there, and from that time, I used to go. The main challenge we have is our men, our husband. They are our problem. They can allow you to work, go to office and work. But when it's come to business, a lot of women wanted to do this business, but the men will start telling them, no, I don't want you to be going out. I don't want to be talking to different people. You'll be talking to men outside. You'll be talking to this and that. You know, they are the one in discouraging us in the northern part of Nigeria. That is number one. Number two, our women too are lazy. Like now, this Zoom meeting we are doing, most of the time, they are not attending the Zoom meeting. When you talk to them, they will tell you, network problem, I don't have network, I don't want this, I don't have this. So what I understand with this business is to learn. If you do not learn this business, you cannot build a business. But our people are buying products. And I think that's what helped me to build the business. I'm selling products. I'm selling. Almost every day I'm selling products, and because I'm using the product. And it really helped me to build the business because I'm using and I'm selling. But when it's come to build the team, it's not easy, but we are just trying. And with this technology now, I'm trying to have a WhatsApp meeting with them. We used to have WhatsApp meeting because they used to complain of network problem. So we are using WhatsApp meeting, audio talk on WhatsApp, and sharing with them. Some of them that have the network, we are connected together. 3 or 4 of us, we are talking on Zoom. And I used to organize one-on-one meeting in my office. And I travel almost all the northern part of Nigeria. All, not even Sokoto and Kebbi, all. I think it's only one state, that is Yobe. That is the only state that I did not enter in the 19 states we have in the north. Yes, I went all of them, and I have downlines, and some are working, some they are dead. They are not doing anything. But we are still waiting.
Okay, Ajia. Okay, Ajia. I really love that. I love the energy. Because for if you understand the north and you understand how vast these 19 states are, and for you to say it's just Yobe,
only
Yobe that you've not been to in the 19 states, I tell you, you can't understand till if you don't know these areas. Ajia, thank you so much for that. And I tell you, I don't think our men are listening. Our men are listening. Our men, if our men are the issues, then our men we just have to change. We just have to change. We have to give them a reason to change. Now, Mrs. Babatunde, let me come to you. I know you have a very great team. I know you have a very great team in Port Harcourt, both manager lines and non-manager lines. And it's evident in your business, right? Because if I look at what I'm seeing, I'm saying thumbs up, right? Now, how has it been this period that people are restricted to move? I mean, we talk about the COVID era, and I know the restrictions are more in Port Harcourt. Schools have not resumed yet. People are still not allowed to move freely. How have you and the team managed this?
Thank you, sir. You see, in life, I will start by saying that we are all affected by either what we know or what we do not know. But you see, at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, everybody ran in and shut their doors. And I found it a bit awkward at the beginning when people were like, oh, we are the solution. I found it like, oh, they are not feeling for others, because we were on the news virtually every day and hearing recording of deaths. And at the time, I stopped turning on the TV because I didn't want to hear any negative story anymore, because it wasn't going down well with me at all. So coming to tell people about the product that we have, I was actually struggling with it until a certain time came when I decided that you can't be a solution and not provide it. So I started to do what we call team meetings online. We started with broadcast, and I would do mine. What I did was I would do mine. I will show them the result of what I got doing mine, and it motivated them to do theirs. I will even show them word for word what I said to people. More than before, now is the time that people are valuing healthy lifestyle more than before. If you go by the C9, I don't really tell people that come and do C9 to lose weight. I tell them that you need to detoxify your system from the radicals that you carry, because some people feel they are very, very, will I say, they are sports people. How do you explain when somebody slumps at the gym? It means that somebody's mic on. It means there's ignorance. Found that at that time, a lot of countries were doing massive business online. So we decided that here in Port Harcourt, we are not going to watch things happen. We are going to make things happen for ourselves. So we started reaching out on people on Zoom, WhatsApp, broadcast with the products in mind. We first start by asking them how they were doing with their families, share a bit of our testimonies, like, you know, all this period, we know that we have been using the product. So we even have a certain level of immunity built. So, but for you, as an adult, you're struggling with your immunity, how much more your children? You're exposing them to danger if you don't take care of them, if you don't do the needful now. You can't be waiting for your doctor to help you, because they only help you when you've gone down, when you're ill. So we started doing these meetings and creating awareness online for people to understand why they should use the product. And guess what? At this time, anybody who ordered products were not concerned about the price anymore. They just wanted it to be available to get to them. So we had these dispatch bike riders. They would take the products around Port Harcourt, because at the time, we couldn't move for days. But then online, since we kept on encouraging ourselves about what we should be taking, and I did something, I was always giving out information about the content of the product. Whenever you listen to the radio, they will tell you need to be up on zinc. And then I'll do a post on our products that contain zinc. And then when there's any webinar going on, I will share the link. I'll say, if you're not too busy and you want to find out more how you can help your immune system in this era perform better, and those of your loved ones, because you see, in life, it's not all about you. Some people's destinies are tied to yours. Before I joined this business, I wouldn't go anywhere near medications, anywhere near pills. But being in this business, it made me understand that you first, you must be a product of your product. And I can see it play out. This period, it has really, really helped. Even when people were so scared that nobody even wanted to go near the hospital, because if you have a temperature, you will be tempted COVID-19. But here we are in our houses. I remember those days, back then, in the COVID, it was the pomistine my children turned to their drink, because they always told me, Mommy, you said it will build us. So they will all have one pomistine. And truly, the ones that used to have issues, you know, like respiratory issues or sneezing all the time, everything was fine. And I made sure I reached out to friends, and I told the people in my team to also do the same, because it won't be fair you hear that somebody went down and you had a solution and you didn't share. You will feel guilty. So that encouraged us at that time to keep pushing out the product. And guess what? Those people are now repeat buyers. Even as the COVID is kind of, you know, winding down, they still call for we have built kind of a regular buying system for them. They still call for these products. They are still using the product up till date, and they are referring, because we also ask them for referrals. They are now referring the products to people that they know. So that was how we were able to survive during the COVID, because we needed what to get our products out and then help people with what we have, and it was very, very successful.
Wow, that's really, really great, really great. Viewers, I hope you are inspired by the stories that you are hearing. I mean, we are not just sharing this. We want you to learn from whatever they are doing, so that you can use that to build your own business. Now, Sagregata, sincerely, your transformation this period, to me, is excellent. Every day I see you on Facebook. You do Facebook Live every day with your wife. You're talking about one product or the other. And I know I always join those Facebook Live, and very amazing. Now, for you, what's the inspiration behind this transformation? Was it as a result of COVID, or you already had it in plan, transforming your business online?
Now, what I want to talk to us about this is that in life generally, you must always look out for a way, you must always look for a way out to achieving your purpose. Now, with the lockdown, we have no other reason no other choice than to sit back and think of what to do. Before the lockdown, we enjoy the offline stuff, but as it is today, nobody will want to stand by your side to listen to what you have to offer to them. No matter how wonderful the thing that you're carrying in your hand, nobody wants to listen to you. But through the online stuff, you'll be able to reach out to thousands of people. And so between my wife and I, we decided to think out what to do. And the idea just came up after watching some of these videos, YouTube videos. I saw some leaders' videos and I fell in love with it. And so we decided to think of how we also can produce videos. And when you produce videos, people are seeing you live. And they tend to believe in you even the more. And before you know it, they'll be looking out for your numbers through wherever. And before you know, they'll start calling you. And when they call you, it is for products. And whatever price you give to them, that is one thing we are enjoying with the online stuff right now. All of the prices are written. There's no argument to it. All they want is, please bring it to me. And then we go to give to them. So the reason why we go into the video thing is for us to be able to reach out to people, our product. And in a day, you can drive out 2-3 videos in a day. And they start posting Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and all that. And you encourage people also to do the same. All our team members are gradually encouraging them to do the same right now because they hardly can come together. They can't come together for us to start teaching them, look, you have to do it this way, you have to do it this way. So what we do is we made them to understand that, look, the online thing is what we're having on ground now. Whether we like it or not, offline business is gradually going obsolete, whether we like it or not. So we have to imbibe what is on ground right away. Okay? You can write a stuff, you can write something about a particular product and push it in. People will look at it, read it, and your link is there. Especially those that are already hooked onto the FAP 360. Whatever video that you put together automatically goes 360. So we encourage our team members to be doing that. Although we are still learning, we're trying to perfect it. Many of them are still finding it very difficult to do it. Okay? But we believe that in no time, they too will be able to achieve that. They'll be able to capture it and then apply it to their business. So we have no choice. We have to be doing that often and often. Even now, after the presentation, we're pushing out another video.
I trust you. I know that's actually going to come. That's going to come out because for you, I see those videos every day, and I am also inspired by the communication and inspired by the different channels that you use to pass the message across. Now, Sir Greg, just as a follow-up question, I know the last time I came to Warri, I was marveled by your level of your financial management skills. Sorry, I'm saying this, but I want people to learn. I want people to learn, and I want them to know how great this business can be, right? I know you and your wife opened your books to me, and I was marveled by the amounts. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, every day, each product that is sold is recorded. Each product that is sold is recorded. And we're talking about, and I'm having a good financial statement. So can you share with us how do you do it? And considering the fact that an amount is mapped out for your children abroad paying their school fees, and an amount is still mapped out that is totally different from the business to manage your home. Can you teach the audience those financial skills, just the basics?
It's okay. From the onset, we look at the Forever business as a business. And whatever that we have put into the business, we looked at it as our running capital. And nothing to tamper with it. Nothing. And so whenever we make any sale, we must write it down. So we know the profit that we're going to make out of it, and we have the capital to go to make a repurchase of product. And the profit that comes out of the sales is what we use to drive our business around. Profit. Why the bonus is meant for that which you just mentioned just now, the children's school fees, and then reproject. And because we don't make use of our bonus for any other thing than reproject and the children's school fees, then we must have to drive sales. We must drive sales because there's no compromise in line with our 4cc or 12cc or 8cc, as the case may be, monthly. No compromise to that at all. And we must buy the product. So if we don't have the proper record of our sales, then how are we going to know what is our profit? So for whatever we are selling, for instance, if you are selling the gel for 10,120 naira, 10,120, you know what your profit is. You know what the profit is. So from that profit, you can say, okay, this is my profit. I can take this one out, and then this is my capital, which must not be touched. Because this is purely business. Like I always tell to my friends, the opportunity that we're having in Forever is a very large opportunity. Because it will give you some kind of financial wisdom, okay? So that you'll be able to do just everything that you want to do within the Forever enclave. There are some people that will say, Greg, how are you doing it? How are you able to put up a building here and then you put up another one here? It's all from Forever. Every 2 buildings, all for Forever. That is, children are schooling abroad, it's all for Forever because of proper management of funds. There is no way I will not put together my 4cc, 8cc, or 12cc in a month. Now, for instance, you are a manager and you are unable to drive your business with 4cc. Now, what are you talking about? Or as the case may be, maybe 8cc, you're unable to do it, leadership. Then it's a problem. So that is one area we must guide seriously against. You know, when I see some managers saying that they cannot actually put together their leadership, it bothers me, and I try to make them understand that, look, this is purely business. Don't tamper with your running capital at all. If you must be successful, your running capital must be kept intact. There's so many persons that identify with the business today in our own team that are actually doing very well. If they come out to tell you what they've achieved from driving the Forever business in line with proper financial management, it will amaze every one of us. This is what I'm doing. This is what my wife is doing. I don't have another job. My wife doesn't have another job. Everything is centered in Forever. And so even if I take aloe vera gel to drink, like I've opened one now, I'm going to pay for it. It's not free. I just opened Beats and Peaches right now, which I've been drinking. Now that Beats and Peaches, I must pay for it. It's not free. The moment I just take it as free, it will affect my running capital. So everything about the Forever business is business. Everything is business. You want to qualify for the next level, like I said in my last presentation, I think on Wednesday last week, I said, if you want to move in this business as an assistant supervisor, don't start looking at manager level. Look at the next level, which is a supervisor. So what do I need to do? After that time, you can put your acts together and then drive it to happen. You can drive it to happen as a supervisor to supervisor because you know exactly what you need to do. But the financial commitment, you know it. And the number of people that you have to bring into the business to enable you achieve 25cc. All of these things are possible if you are able to manage your fund properly. If you identify with this opportunity and you toy with your running capital, the business will not carry you. You will not be able to carry the business anywhere. And you can never get to the height of the business if you toy with your running capital. And I want to advise every one of us out there, Forever is an amazing, it's a wonderful business. The moment you come into Forever, all of the senses need to come up. All of the senses, because you know what you are into. You must be successful, like the people that are there before you. And those coming after you must also be successful by what they see in you. So if you mess up the whole thing, people coming after you may not be able to achieve anything. And that is why we want to encourage every one of us. Forever is purely business based on relationship. Based on relationship. Pure business Okay, not just business that you sideline people. No, it's a business, but then don't forget the relationship aspect of it.
Okay, Sir Greg, thank you so much for that for that financial management 101. Thank you so much. I decided to bring this up because parents presently are paying school fees, and some are struggling with it. This should not be. Sincerely, if you're in this business, this should not be a problem, because school fees should not be a problem if you're in the business and you're able to plan very well and manage your fund. Ajay Hadiza, I know you are good with records. I know you are good. I've seen you severally flip your notes, flip your records. I know you are good too with bookkeeping.
Yes.
I was marveled the day I saw the list, and I said, "What's this?" And I looked at it. So can you tell us how you manage your bookkeeping is like too?
You know, we are selling machine. We sell a lot. So since we are selling product a lot, we have to have a record of what we are selling. Because for me, my business with Forever rely on selling. I'm selling products. I know the product. I can stand and talk of any product because I use all the product in my project. So I'm selling. So since we are selling, it's the same thing with this man said. We have to record what we sell every day to know the profit, to know what you use. Like me, I used to take fab and fast break every day. You know, it's part of my record. Because that is my lunch. Fab and fast break every day. I used to take it. I take aloe vera. So all these things I'm taking is from the profit I'm getting. So I must sell for me to earn the profit. And I'm buying my CC every day. I have never, since the first day I joined Forever to date, I have never missed 4cc or 12cc for good 10 years because we are selling. And for carrying people along, we are showing them how to sell the product. They are selling the products. My team members are selling the product, especially Sokoto people. I'm from Kano, but my people in Kano are not doing business like the way Sokoto people are doing. It's because they are selling. We used to, we are used to offline. This online D of 18, we are just learning it now. And gradually, believe me, in my next 10 years, things will change. We are all going back to online. But Sokoto people are selling a lot of product because we have flyers. We used to print a lot of flyers to share to people. Anywhere I go, any wedding, any naming I go, I must make sure I carry my flyers along and I will share to people. That is why we are selling. Even this C9 program, I think we started doing detox program 3 months ago. Every month we are doing it. Every month we are doing it. And more than 10, 20 people, they are joining us. We form them in a group and we teach them from day 1 to 9 days. That is how we are doing it. So even this one that is coming on the 5th to 13, even though we don't have C9 now in the office, but I have to order it from Kano, from Asaba, everywhere that we get it. Because every month we are sharing to people that they need to detoxify their body system. Not to lose weight, but to detoxify their body system, to look healthy. And people are doing so for good 3 months now. Every month we have a day to start, and sometimes we used to go to field to dance and share with them. So we are selling products, and that sale really help us. Yes, it's helped me and helped my team members.
Ajia, thank you so much. I know the potential in the north. We've not even tapped it at all, because I know in the north we can sell a lot of products. So viewers at home that are listening, the north is still a virgin ground where we can develop a lot of customers and sell products, because we have excellent products that is beneficial to everybody. A lot of people are looking for our product. We just need to be that visible so that people can know that we are doing this business and they can buy the product from us. Now, Mrs. Bomani, if you look at it, Mr. Greg has talked a lot about product selling, and Hajia too has talked a lot about product selling. However, the business is standing on double tripod. So we talk about the product and we talk about the opportunity. Now, every day I know that some of our people they are scared to talk to people bigger than them, either to join the business or to even buy the products. You will say, this is this general manager there, I can't talk to him, I can't talk to her, right? However, I know you are very, very experienced with that. What would be your advice to those that are too scared, right, to talk to people bigger than them, to even buy the product to use for their benefits or join the business?
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I want to say that when I started the business, because I used to be a very quiet person and very reserved. I don't talk to people. One of the things that helped me was actually trainings, and I started reading books, and that really helped me to bring out, the best in me. So the way I approach people, like I have quite a number of medical doctors in my team, and I have, a lot of people. What I usually do is that I told myself, I sat down and I told myself that this is an opportunity that can help a lot of people in terms of their health, in terms of an extra income. There are some people that you even term rich, you might not know what they are going through. I remember there was a particular Eagle manager that we went for. I can't remember, maybe it was in California or in one country. And the person that was training us said, this opportunity is for everybody. He said, don't say that somebody is too rich and you don't want to share the opportunity with him or her. And don't say someone is too poor and you don't want to share the opportunity with him or her. And that particular training stuck with me. And I told myself, so this opportunity is for everybody. So somebody might be very rich, but is suffering, with his health, so that has helped me. So I imbibed that. And when I'm going to meet people, first thing that I do is I tell myself that this is going to help them. So I tell myself that this is going to help this person, is either in terms of an extra income. And another thing that we must realize is that in this part of the world is the person might be rich, might have a lot of people. My mentor usually say that they have armed robbers that they don't use gun, but they are, they keep giving money to a lot of people. So what I usually tell them when I'm going to meet anybody is that I have at the back of my mind that is either the business, the health, or you can help a lot of people around you. And another thing that I do is I pray before going out. I pray. I just, make positive confession and say, as I'm going out today, I just receive favor. I know that what I'm going to say, the person is going to listen. There was a day I was going to speak with a medical doctor. And you know the way medical doctors are. They feel that they know everything and that people don't need this. So that day I just decided, I sat at home and I said to myself, it would be so bad if I learned that this person has been signed up and it was not me that actually introduced it. So I told myself, I took my gel demo kit that day. I just decided that day. I took my gel demo kit and I've been going to the person's office every day. And I told the person when I got there, I said, today, I'm here to tell you about Forever. And said, no, Ms. Bobani, I know about Forever, this. And I said, I have a little demo. Can I quickly do this for you? And when I did this, he was like, wow, he had never seen this before. And he now listened. And I told him, I said, this is a wide range of products that you can use to help people. So I told him my testimony. I have a lot of testimony from doing the business. There was a time I had issue with my eye. The doctor told me I needed to do a surgery. That time I was still an assistant supervisor. So I met a very beautiful lady. She looks like Mrs. Babatunde. So I approached her. I didn't know she was a medical doctor. I've forgotten her name now. And what fascinated me was that she was buying cartons and cartons of the Forever Vision. So I went to meet her. I was an assistant supervisor, you can imagine, very timid and all that. So I said, Ma, I showed her the growth that was in my eye. And she told me she's a medical doctor. And that she buys the Forever Vision for a friend who is an ophthalmologist. That is highly and highly effective. So I was like, wow, are you serious? So I got the Forever Vision with what I wanted to buy that day. Mr. Daniel, as I speak, I'm talking about 10 years ago when I started. I used 2 containers of the Forever Vision. Lo and behold, the growth was gone after the second usage. So I was like, wow. So I went back to my medical doctor. As I speak, the medical doctor is doing the business. I went back. I said, Dr. Matthew, I said, anytime I want to tell you about this business, you're always saying you don't want to ask. Do you know that particular testimony that I had made him to go online, to go and do a lot of research, and went back. And he now said, Mrs. Bobani, these products are good. These products are really very nice and all that. So he said he was interested and he joined. So I have a lot of testimonies. Another thing I want to tell people is that you must use the product. You must use the product. You must be, if you don't use the product, then you might not have the confidence to be able to tell people about it. I use the product. Everything that we use when I started, we just changed, we swapped. Mrs. Imodu was the one that introduced me to the business, Mrs. Awume. She said, she used to buy my cream. She used to buy a lot of things for me. And she said, and those products that I was buying, they were not cheap, you know. So she said, why don't you? So I use the product. So anytime I want to tell people, you know, when you use something and you want to tell other people about it, you have a level of confidence. But when you are not using and you just want to say, come and buy farm. There was a day I went to Zenith Bank. Then I was just new in the business, and I went. They were still making the cosmetics, the eye pencil, the powder. So I approached a lady. She works in Zenith Bank. So, and she was like, "All the makeup on your face, is it forever?" I said yes. So I took her to my car and I opened my makeup bag. I poured out everything, my lipstick, my eye pencil, and everything. And she was like, "Wow, and you look so beautiful." I said, "Even my skincare." I said, "Before Forever, I used to use another skincare, but now with Forever," I said, "I did biochemistry in school. So I know that anything that is organic is better and is safer than anything that is chemical. And I've worked several years in the lab. So I can be able to tell you that anything that is organic is better, you know. So that gave me a level of confidence to be able to tell her that these are the products. She signed up with 2cc that day. She just went inside the back, swiped, and she said, "I want this, I want this, I want this." So one thing that will help us to be able to have a level of, even if you are going to meet a rich person, is that, mommy, daddy, this is going to help you. I have somebody, they are very rich, they stay very close to Aromire here. The day we're going to meet them, they are extremely very rich, but the approach we use for them is their health. People that are very rich also, they want to have an excellent health. And another thing we must know is that these products, I was saying this on our platform, I said Forever products are luxury brand. They are premium products. You cannot say that Forever products do not work. The only thing you can say is that you do not have the money to purchase it. Just like you cannot say that Rolls Royce is not a nice car. You might just say that it's on the high side. You know, so we must understand what we have. That's going to give us a level of confidence. When you understand what you have, you believe in the product, because a lot of people do not use the products. They just want to go and say, come and buy. Come and buy. There's a way, you know, when you are using something. There was a day I went to the bank and the lady was looking at my picture before Forever. And she was looking at me now and she was like, "In this picture, you look 10 times older, or 20 times older." And I told her it's courtesy of the Forever business. I use the skincare. I use the biocellulose mask once every week. I was telling Mommy Oshidele, I said, I'm so addicted to using it. So when I'm telling people about the skincare, I can confidently tell you that these products work. They have anti-aging effects on the body. So when you want to go and meet anybody, whether the rich, whether they're extremely rich, there are a lot of, it's not a one cap fits all. You can tell them about a lot of people that they have around them that they can empower. At the same time, you can tell them about their health. No rich man wants to die. So you can tell them about their health. You can also tell them about empowering people, a lot of people that they can empower. It's multifaceted. So when I'm going to meet people, there was a time I was going to speak with a commissioner. And our mentor, Mr. Sapphire, told me, he said, you know, when you get to somebody's presence, when I'm going to do a presentation, I don't have anything I'm going to say. I have a lot of things on my head. But as I'm speaking to you, I'm looking at the way you're doing your body language. And I started speaking with that commissioner that day. And I saw that I was talking about health. It was not really. But when I said that, sir, you can empower a lot of people. Do you know that got him, you know, it got his attention. It was like, okay, so I can empower this. I didn't know that I could empower with this opportunity. And that was how he signed up, you know, because he had a lot of people. You know, and that's for a lot of top people that I also have in the team. That's the angle with which I go. I say, sir, this is an opportunity that is multifaceted. It's good for your health. So I show a lot of quality people. I talk about Aggie. How many people have Nobel Prize? the doctor that works on the agri has a Nobel Prize. So, you know, for the allies, for the people that are rich, Nobel Prize, they don't even have a Nobel Prize. So you've pressed a hot button for them. They want to listen. So those are the angles with which I have a lot of things that as I'm talking to you, I'm looking at the way you're doing. Is this one really gelling with you? If not, I go to another angle. If not, I go to another angle. But one thing I want to say is that we must use the products. That gives you a level of confidence that what I'm even about to introduce to you is something that works. So that is very, very important. That makes me to have confidence anywhere I'm going. The aloe vera gel, my daughter has used it. There was a time we are always in and out of the hospital. I'm talking about, she's 16. She's going to be 16 this November. And we're always 2 weeks in, 2 weeks out of the hospital. So I tell people as I sit down, that, you know, I used to take my daughter in and out of the hospital every 2 weeks. And when I started, my upline told me about the aloe vera gel, that I could use it. And that was how I, you know, gave her. And as at that time, I'm talking about like 10 years ago, now she's 16. And they're like, wow, these products work. I tell them a lot of, you know, testimonies like that. I use the products. My eye, I didn't do a surgery. This is 10 years gone. I never needed to do a surgery. So that gives me a level of confidence because I use the product. So it helps me to be able to approach anybody that I'm talking about. I want to talk to. Either you take either of the angles, either your own health, either to empower people, or you want to talk about using the product for yourself. So
okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Viewers at home, I know you have learned a lot from our Sapphire managers. If you listen to the four of them, one thing kept coming out. You must have a goal. You must be determined. I mean, you must have a very, very strong why. Right? You must use the product. If you are new here today, there are four things that you must do. Use the product so that you can have your own product experience. After that, share that experience with people, because if you share the experience with them, definitely they would want to get the product from you. After that, you can start building a small team. Don't be scared to build something small. From there, you aim higher and you can build something very, very big for yourself. Then the other one that is left is for you to coach them. And coaching for us is simple. It's all about telling them how they can use the product, how they can share with their friends, and how they can start building a small team. That is who we are. The power of forever is the power of love. So if you don't love people that much to share with them, then you cannot do this business. But we know that you love people, and we know that you will be ready and willing to share with them. So the meaning is that you can do this business. That's the meaning, that you can do this business. We have 3 months to the end of the year. 3 months. Mrs. Eunice Babatunde, this is the time where people need to focus. Despite the fact that in the next 3 months, October, November, December, there are so many distractions. So many distractions come with the Ember month. So what will you advise our viewers to do these 3 months?
Well, like Mr. Greg Ataku said, forever is a business, right? And because it's a business, for me, you don't have to count the days. Rather, you have to make the days count. I was discussing with a friend of mine, like some hours ago before I got to the office. I told her, the schools are reopened now, right? And every parent is trying to get their children back to school. But there's one thing I want you to notice is that before you say Jack, we're in December. And guess what? For me, I know that while people are celebrating Christmas, they shouldn't forget that January is just a week from Christmas. And then the schools are smiling at us, telling us to pay what? Another school fees. So rather than thinking that you're going to just work to celebrate Christmas, you should be working to start the new year on a platter of gold. And the business we have is gold. I look at forever as Mercedes-Benz, is gold. In the sense that if you have gold, you know the value of the gold you carry. Have you seen anybody carrying gold and begging people? You see somebody who doesn't even have money, the person would rather save up and pay for gold 4 times than buying gel. That's how golden opportunity forever is to us. So I say to people, except you like to beg, because I do not like to beg. Because if you beg, they won't give you and they will talk about you. Forever is not for lazy people at all. You must know what you want out of life. It's either you're living your life by design, okay, or you're taking whatever life throws at you. But remember, whatever life throws at you, throws at every other person. You wouldn't say that, oh, because there was pandemic, you won't pay your landlord. No, you will pay him. You wouldn't say because there was pandemic, you didn't go to work, you won't pay school fees. So what am I saying in essence? Every day is a business day. 25th December, 1st of January is a business day. So far as you have your mouth, you didn't leave it at home. You have your eyes, you can see people. You do your business every day. Just like the woman, I'm in Port Harcourt here, and the signature in Port Harcourt is Bole and Fish. I tell them during the training, the woman who is doing Bole and Fish down the road, nobody told her they are coming to buy. She does it with a positive mindset that people will come. So she does a whole bunch of plantain and a whole, carton of fish waiting for customers. You should open your shop every day, which is your mouth, and sell your product every day. This is the best time to hit a good sales. This is the best time to get people. People are afraid. I can tell you, a lot of people are afraid. I spoke with somebody that said, you forever people, and they fear every time they pay you people big. And I said, oh, if you like the big thing they pay us, you can see our lifestyle. We live big, even though here in Port Harcourt we try to hide ourselves, but they know that every forever business owner lives big. It is not a problem at all to do what? Pay school fees, pay house rent, but we have built it over the years. So my advice to people listening right now is that as December is coming, my dear, don't get carried away. You know when somebody says, I feel like going to Dubai for Christmas, but my bank account is directing me to Enugu. So you will not decide where you want to live in life. It's a personal decision. You understand? If you know that between now and December, you can hit the amount you've not seen from January till now. You just need to write it down. They say write the vision and make it clear. Tell yourself, I want to make so amount to even spend for Christmas. And if you're a parent, I want to make so amount to spend for January school fees, and start to work out every day. Don't be afraid of anybody, like she said. I talk to anybody, there are two things, it's either a yes or a no. And when you tell me a no, I feel sorry for you because you do not know what I carry. You're saying a no to an opportunity that is life-changing. But I'll end by saying, if you never try, you will never know. I'm one person that didn't know I'll be here today after all these years with all the opportunity forever has given me. I always sit down and say, if I never attempted it, I would never have known that I was locking myself out of millions of naira that I have picked up from forever all these years. So rather than being afraid and saying, oh, what if it doesn't work? Oh, what if? Why not even try and what if? Stay on the positive side of life. And whatever you give out is what you attract. Once you're positive, once you tell yourself, I can do this, it may take a while, but it will surely come your way. It's all about how you think, it's all about your mindset. Business booming starts from this October. In fact, it started in September, all the way to December. When people are lacking money, you are making money because you're giving value. So that's what I can say. Attempt it if you do not, give it a trial, and you will never be disappointed.
Thank you so much. I love those words that you just used. Now, just as a parting shot, because we have spent almost 1.5 hours. Wow, how time flies.
Yeah.
When you are discussing something very, very interesting. Now, Sagreg Atahu, what would be your advice to, Ajia talked about men being their greatest challenge and problem. And the Bible said, blessed are you among women. So you are now the men amongst amongst women. And since the concern of some of our people, and I tell you, she's not just speaking her mind, she's speaking the minds of so many women out there that want to build a career for themselves, that want to become entrepreneurs. However, their husbands, I wouldn't want to put it that the husband is the challenge. The husband is still not too clear of what this holds for them. So what will be your advice to those men?
The only advice I can give to them is that whenever an opportunity comes around, they should take time to look at it. Like in my own case, like I said, for some months, I refused to look into what my wife was showing to me. But when I finally got into it, and then I saw what Forever is, I didn't waste time to start driving it. And today, I'm the person that's actually driving the Forever business. My wife is just behind me, advising me on what to do. If I'm going to make mistakes, she will tell me. If I'm trying to put together some certain things, she will say, look, put it this way and put it this way. So today I'm in front. So I want us to understand one thing, men out there, please, your wives do know much more than we do. That is the gospel truth. Women seem to have more than two eyes, which we don't have as men. And that is why we hardly identify with good things. And sometimes we have to force it into our husbands. That's the gospel truth. Try, lovingly show them what you are having in your hand. Forever Truly is a business not only for women, but many of us will think it is a woman's business. That is not the truth. The business, as I see it, is even for men. Because the time will come, there's an age that a woman will get to. The woman will not be able to drive this business like the way the man will drive it. So even if your wife is driving it now, please, men out there, gradually identify with your wife so that you can take over where she will stop. You can take over so you can drive it further. That is what I want to tell to us. And then, before we round up, I want to advise every one of us out there, both men and women. Truly, there is nothing like unemployment in Nigeria. If you don't have a job, it's because you don't want to identify with network business. Advise your children, even as they are about graduating from the university, to identify with network business, because there are no jobs out there. And the only way to checkmate joblessness is for us to identify with network marketing business forever. As I'm talking today, once my pikin just get to the age of 18, you don't join forever business. Yeah, so they must have to identify with forever business, because that is what I'm doing. And at the end of the day, that will drive it further beyond us. That is the gospel truth. So men, please listen to your wives. And when the opportunity comes to you, identify with it. Look at it. Even if you're not dealing if you're not dealing with her right now, but look at what they are doing. Just look at it. Look at what they are doing. And then gradually identify and then take it further. And God will help the family to smile.
Okay, Sir Greg, thank you so much. There's a need for men to compliment their wives.
Yes,
There's a need for them to compliment their wives and identify ways that they can be of great support. And I want to use this opportunity to thank, there are so many men that I know today in the business that are part of the business. They are supporting their wives. I want to use this opportunity to say a big thank you to them for supporting their wives. I know so many of them that are supporting their wives to do the business. So thank you so much from all of us in Forever Living Product. We want to say a big thank you to you for giving them that support. I tell you, the opportunities are out there. I mean, it's everywhere. There is still a lot that we can do. We have not even scratched the surface. There's a lot that we can do. Now, Mr. Gobani, now what will be your parting shot for so many youths out there? There are so many youths out there that are still looking for, I mean, is this the right opportunity for me? What am I going to do this next quarter, or this quarter that we just started, or what am I going to do next year? What would be your advice to those youths?
My advice to them is they should just have an open mind and be ready to learn. Like I said, whatever you don't understand, you tend to criticize. But when you have an open mind, you would be ready to, like I usually tell people that the mind is like an umbrella. If you come for a presentation and your mind is closed and you're not ready to listen, there's no way it's going to profit you. But if you have an open mind, like the day I came, I had an open mind that, okay, let me even listen to what they have to say. So I want to tell them that they should have an open mind to be able to listen to an opportunity that can help transform their lives. I've worked for 16 years, yet I was still struggling. I couldn't do basic things because how much, was I earning? When people tell me they want to go and work with Lagos State, I tell them, do you know, it's a very fantastic place to work, but for you to be able to meet all your needs and to be able to help a lot of people, you need to be able to do something much more. So I want to enjoin them to have an open mind, to be able to embrace this amazing opportunity that in making ordinary people to be able to live an extraordinary life. As at the time I started, I didn't have a passport. Courtesy of Forever, I've gone to over 14 international countries. With my children, most times I take them along with me when they are not in school, you know, because of this amazing opportunity. You can imagine if I had just closed my mind when I was shown the opportunity, I would still be in the service. I will still just be there, not be able, with this opportunity, I have a lot of, you know, young ladies that I'm training, that I'm helping. I have a lot of people that they are not even my children, that I pay their school fees. I do a lot of things for. I usually tell people that if I'm not okay, if I have not even been able to do what I have to do, will I be able to help other people? So I want to tell everybody, not even the youth now, everybody, even adults, even people that are working, for them to have an open mind. This is the age when we have to have a multiple streams of income. And the network marketing opportunity is an amazing opportunity that will help you to earn. There's monthly bonus, there's profit share, there's a lot, the retail, like Adria said, that you can make daily, you know, income every day that you make sales to people. And you're talking about amazing income. You're not talking about stipends. You're talking about amazing income. So I want to tell everybody, both the youth, both married women, married men, everybody, that this is an opportunity. Is it one man said it's the business of the 21st century. Is a $1 trillion business. So all we need to do is have an open mind and harness this gold, like Mrs. Babatunde has said, and harness this gold mine that God has placed before us. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much. Harness this gold that God has given us. Ajia Adiza, what will be your parting shot to the so many women out there in the north that wants to be like you, that are looking for what to do and how to earn an honest living for themselves? What will you advise them?
What I would say is that they have to force themselves to do the right thing. And what I believe is that if you have a strong why, believe me, you know how to do it. I force myself to change my mentality, to give my children what they deserve. I do not rely on my husband, because when he did not support me, I do not quarrel with him, but I'm always trying to tell him what forever can be for us. Now, he's the one even inviting people. He's the one that even opened an office for me because of the support I give to his children. All my children graduate abroad, one married. It's all because I forced myself to do it. If I did not change my thinking to do this business, I would still remain in a house as a full housewife selling that konuzaki and zobo. But I say no, this is what I'm looking for. So I'm advising women to come out and do it. I do not say you should go and fight your husband, but try to let them understand that this business can change your way of living. This business can even help the husband, because this business helps husbands. You can't be begging them for money all the time. And with this, because I changed my mind, I changed my thinking to do the business. Look at the position I am now. I moved from full housewife to international businesswoman, which is a great achievement to me. And I forced myself even to learn the English and talk with you in the English. So it's all because I want to go international. And with this great company, if you know my history, I travel over 13 countries. I'm qualifier, a profit share qualifier 3 times. I joined the business because of a brand new car. Now I'm having 2 brand new cars that I'm driving, all from this great company. So I'm happy, and I used to share with my people to come and join us. And I'm begging the husbands to support our people. We have the large population in the north. We have large population. So if everybody can buy 1 aloe leaves, believe me, in the whole north, we can generate more than 1,000 cc every month. More than 1,000 cc every month. So I'm begging our husbands, because it's our weak point. They are the one discouraging our women. A lot of them, they will come out for the training, they will learn a lot, they will be gingered going to start the business. When you call them, they will say, oh, I talked to my husband, he said no. I talked to my husband, he said no. So I'm please begging them that they should support us, because without them, we can't go forward. We need them. It's a good business, and it's halal. It's halal. Islamic Organization of the World approved this business, and the product is good. So let them support us to do the business together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ajia. Thank you so much, Ajia. I really, really, really love those parting words. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to sincerely thank each and every one of us for being part of this today. Like I said when we started, this is the first out of I think 7 series that we have. We have 7 groups of Sapphire managers that we will have a chat with, or we will chat with in the next few weeks to come. I tell you, I mean, their stories are different. We have more than 720,000 forever business owners that have witnessed this business at one point or the other. So we have 720,000 stories. And I tell you, no 2 stories are the same. No 2 stories are the same. All our business owners have their own experience. And I tell you, there's nobody that you will listen to in forever that you will not learn one thing or the other. I tell you, if you are new here today, I strongly believe that you have learned 1 or 2 things on how to start your business or how to build your business. You are in business for yourself and not by yourself. So we will always be there to support you. We will always be there to support you. The last time I checked, you don't need an upline to survive. However, what you need are the number of people that are below, down there, your success line. That is what some people have called me to say, A is not there for me, B is not there for me. I said, then be there for yourself. You just have to be there for yourself. You just have to go all out there and make it happen for you. And be rest assured that from all of us in Forever Nigeria, we will be there to support you. We will always organize trainings, whether COVID, no COVID, online, offline, to support you, to give you the necessary trainings so that you can achieve that thing you want to achieve. That is our promise, because we want you to achieve that which you want to achieve. So my guest today, Mrs. Bobani, I want to say thank you. Thank you for finding time to join us today. Sir Greg and Madam, I'm not saying Madam, thank her for me. Forgive you, okay. Lady Florence, thank you so much for finding time to be part of this today. I know with that uniform that I'm seeing, you will still go live and do your video. I know those signs when I see them. So thank you so much for all the support and everything you do for the team. Mrs. Babatunde, I want to say a big thank you. Thank you for everything, for the leadership and the Port Harcourt team, everything that you guys are doing. We want to say a big thank you all the way from Abuja. Ajia Hadiza, thank you so much. And congratulations once again for your 10th anniversary. We are happy for you, and we look forward for you for the next 10 years to come. So viewers at home, I want to say a big thank you. Thank you for being patient with us. We've just spent an hour, 40 minutes doing this. I tell you, in the next 2 weeks, people pleaded that we do this bi-weekly. The next 2 weeks, we are going to come back live and share the experiences of our next group of Sapphire managers with you. We love you. Remember that the power of Forever is the power of love. Forever is a place where ordinary people achieve extraordinary results. So go out there and achieve that extraordinary result. Enjoy the rest of your day, and bye-bye.